I have a hard question to ask you. How many of you actually sit with themselves without their phone in silence for 5 to 10 minutes every single day? How many of you, 2 to 3, maybe even more times a week, sit in a room without your phone with a pen and paper and ask yourself very hard questions and write on it? Probably not many of you. I am sure that there are some of you out there that do this. But I'm also sure that there's many of you out there who don't do this. And I think that's something that's an issue with our world today. I don't think we know how to sit with ourselves. And I don't think many people actually know themselves. Knowing the self is so incredibly important in this life. Knowing the self is one of the main reasons we're here. I think what happens is people get content in the mundane tasks of life and people get content in their relationships. And I think relationships can be incredible and I think love is a beautiful thing. And I think if you're with the right person, you'll both challenge each other to continue to grow and elevate yourselves so then you can elevate together. But I think what happens is people get content in their relationships and they depend on one another to just be, and then over time that's where resentment comes in and you guys argue or things don't feel the same. And then also you lose yourself in that matter because you stop working to understand who you are. And we are constantly evolving, right? So I think everyone in this world could benefit from therapy. I do. We all have some trauma to some degree, right? It may not look the same as the person next to you, but we've all been through some very traumatic events in our life. And I think everyone can benefit from therapy. I was in it for almost a decade. It's very daunting and it's very scary to have to hire someone and hope you click with them and tell them all of your deepest, darkest secrets. But it's worth it. And you're probably not going to find the right therapist on your first try. It took me 5 to 6 therapists before I felt like I found the right one. I'm not in therapy anymore. I stopped about a year ago and I stopped because I was therapying myself. I would go there and I would just therapy myself and she would just listen. And she was like, if you need me to bounce these ideas off of me and have me listen, by all means, keep coming. But I feel like you can venture on this journey on your own now. And if you feel like you can't after you've tried it for a little bit, my door's always open. And I was like, I agree. So I ventured on my own and I'm still not on my own. I take courses. I'm in like an alchemy course right now and it's guided and it's very spiritual. I mean, it dives a lot into the self and I do a lot of shadow work. And I'm sure you've heard that term before, but I ask myself and journal on very hard reflective questions. And I would say this past year, I've become so aware of who I am. It's not even funny. It's crazy. It's amazing. And I makes me want to grow even more. I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you with sitting in a room without your phone with a pen and paper and a reflective question. If you need help with said reflective question, I will leave one in the caption below. And it'll be one from one that I've done or one from my books that I do or from my courses. And I'll leave it there for you. And if you do it, I just want you to know that I'm proud of you. It's hard work to reflect on the self and it's emotional and you're going to have a lot of things pop up, but this is where you work through it and you understand yourself more. So if you do it and you want to let me know how it made you feel, you absolutely can. If you want to do it, keep it to yourself. I also, support that deeply. But I just challenge you to do it. I challenge you to do it and see how it makes you feel. And I hope that it inspires you to continue to take more steps to understanding who you are. I'm starting a podcast really soon, and I'm going to go over a lot of things like nutrition and fitness and debunking things, but I'm going to go over a lot of things like this. And I'm really excited about it. And I think I help my clients so much, and I get so much joy and fulfillment out of doing so. but I wanted a way to connect to the world in an easier way so I can just make a little bit more of a difference or help someone, one person, and this will make me fulfilled. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. I hope this inspired you, and I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you here soon.